ice. After hundreds of years, glaciers can span continents and be up to 2,000 feet high. As time goes by, seasonal changes and the massive weight of a glacier causes the bottom to melt, forcing the glacier to slide atop a thin layer of water. They are called nature's bulldozers because as they slide across the land, they push rocks and soil forward. They also pick up and deposit rocks, sediment, and soil from small pebbles to house-sized boulders.
Forest, businesses, homes, and lives lost. So some people act so that in time, clear streams, strong trees, perfect for earthworms and native mice who live nowhere else but in a mossy forest, high in the Philippine mountains.
Entombed within the rocks beneath our feet are the stories of Earth's prehistoric past. $420 million years ago, shallow seas flooded the continents. There, bug-like trilobites scurried about, weaving between corals and crinoids. Swimming above, sea scorpions patrolled the waters, as did early fishes.
Carbon dioxide, or CO2, is a greenhouse gas that is changing the Earth's current climate. But what if we could prevent 15% of the CO2 that we release every year into the atmosphere? Well, you could take away all the fossil fuel burning planes, trains, and automobiles from the planet. That'd be something pretty hard to do. But we've prevented as much CO2 from being released if we kept the Earth's remaining forests intact instead of destroying them.
Years, and that gives species time to adapt. When it's cooler, our species habitat expands.
Hey, they're spreading out.
When the climate warms up, their habitat moves up to higher elevations where it's cooler.
So... 40% of forests have been destroyed. Where floods, droughts, and temperatures are on the rise, these species are on the move. As temperatures rise, habitats shift, and species follow. But what happens?
215 million years ago, the first dinosaurs darted through forests of ferns and cycads. Millions of years later, the peaceful giant Hadrosaurus munched on plants, while the great meat-eater Dryptosaurus stalked its prey.
Trees store CO2 in their bodies and continue to soak up enormous amounts of it as they live out their lives, breathing in CO2 and breathing out oxygen. But around the world, CO2 is being released as forests are cut or burned down, and its plants disintegrate.
Corals survive with the help of photosynthetic algae living inside their cells. If the ocean gets too warm, corals get stressed and let go of their algae. Since corals' bright colors actually come from the algae, they turn white. Coral reefs are an early casualty of climate change, but not every coral reacts the same.